Woo, baby. She's a little chilly in here this morning. We might have to whip on some heat. Gotta keep warm. Now anyhow, we're back with some second channel action. I was just having to think and figure out if I could record this, and I do remember I have one video that's got to go out before this one for a second channel, so we're good. I thought we were gonna have to try to hide it. It gets confusing being ahead on the content. Now this morning, or today in general, is kinda, I didn't want to plan too much for us to do because the winner of the S-10 is gonna be here today to pick this baby up. In fact, he said he'll be here around 11 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock now. Kind of been getting some ducks in a row on some other behind the scenes business type stuff. But this morning, before he gets here, we are gonna actually haul off some of our cardboard. That's right, we're little cardboard recyclers, or we try to be to the best of our ability. And then after that, before too long, that gentleman will be here. I'd like to wash the tires on this truck for him, so we may have to run her to the car wash and blow out the fender wells too. They're nice and muddy. Hate to give somebody just a dirty truck. So we'll probably get that done. Then when Paul gets here, he had said he'd like to meet me, Slick, Bill, if possible. So I figured just maybe me and the boys could go grab some Taco Boy together or something. There's some updating on the shop I could show you guys. And I'm sure there's some other little crap we'll get into as we go here. But like I said, only plan was to make no plans for today. Just I didn't even know what time he's gonna be here till this morning. So I just wanted an open day for him. I mean, hell, he's driving all the way from Michigan to get this truck. It's the least we could do. My buddy Wes is here. He's working on some of the plumbing in the add-on right now. Nate Dogg's done been here this morning to get the merch van. I was driving the boot scooting Yukon yesterday. Damn kitty cat will get you every time. Can't keep nothing nice and clean around here. Oh, and speaking of the merchandise van, I got up this morning nice and early where I could take that up there and get it dropped off at the post office. What we had packaged up from last Friday, nice early Monday morning, just to realize that today was a holiday and they were not there. I can't keep up with all the holidays. Now that I don't work somewhere where you get holidays off, it seems like there's a holiday every week. It's, today's the hard working man holiday. No, we don't get one of them. There's a holiday for everything else besides the blue collar hard working man, ain't there? Anyhow, I called this place that takes cardboard, and they are open and operating this morning, so we know we're good to go there. Oh, now that I look at that door open, we'll look at it more later, but I do need to get a door latch assembly for that thing, actually, where I can quit using the little plastic stopper. Got two geese on the pond out there floating their little cold butts off. I know them booties are cold. Who knows anything about geese? Will a male and female stay together? Those two are here almost every morning. Usually as one eats, the one's always watching while one eats, and they'll swap like they're always protecting, but I can tell one's way more protective of the other one. So does that mean we got a mama goose and a dad goose, or what? Where's my geese experts? I don't mind having two to look at, or two hanging out and building a nest. There's a point where there was like 30 here and I ran them off. So where we're headed here in Shawnee, the Faith 7, I think is what it's called, Activity Center or something. They do something really awesome. They take recycling of cardboard, and I think maybe a couple other things, but mainly cardboard that I know of. And what they do is they actually employ special needs workers, and people donate cardboard over here, and we unload it, kind of throw it in their little recycling area, and then all of them work together and they end up baling this stuff and they sell it, which is awesome because it allows them to be employed, which is super cool. So we try to fill up our trailer when we can and bring it over here, and it's pretty close for us, which is good because we don't have a super far trip. Gotta wait for the gate. And then this truck, I don't know, I have a harder time backing it up than I do the like the Travelall. And then y'all know the shorter the trailer, the bigger the paint it is usually. So I've never had a small trailer like this behind this truck. So we'll see if I can back this sucker up or not. I better be able to. Nope. Here he comes zooming on that forklift. Woo, bust a Yui. The problem in this truck is I can never actually see the sides. Got to rely on our little sport mirrors here that aren't the easiest to see out of. But we did pretty good. Get her back in there. All right, probably right in there. Yeah, I'd say we got a trailer's load.
How you doing, boss?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Got a trailer full of cardboard for you.
Thank you, buddy.
How are you doing this morning? Yeah. Good.
Get down. Put it on. There you go.
Alright, almost forgot our couple boxes I had in here with us. But we are good to go. It's always crazy because I try to break down the cardboard as I put it in there where it don't waste a lot of room. And it's always crazy to empty that sucker out and see how much you can pack in that one of them little trailers when you lay it in there flat. Getting hole saws lined up for my buddy over there who's doing our plumbing. That's just about perfect timing because looky here, what a rig. That thing is sweet. It looks like old Roy's got a new best friend. Oh man. I'm not in a Mortski shirt. That's a long drive back to Michigan without a S-10, sir. Man, I seen the truck. I was like, that guy has good taste. Then I seen you get out and I was like, well, I don't know about that.
I got a hold of Mortski last week. I was like, I'm going down to get this truck. I got to get a t-shirt from you.
Man, I love your truck. That thing's awesome.
I washed it this morning.
Oh, you washed it. We need to wash your S-10. It's still got dirty tires from going through the little mud pit. Look at the winch setup on this thing. I'm a bigger fan of this. Is it an Air Force Base truck?
No, the bumper is.
Oh, you just robbed the bumper?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was surprised with it still having a two-tone paint. It was a government.
I left it on there because it was the same year I went in the Army. It was the 91.
Oh, nice. That's the same year I was born. Take that, Mortski shirt. Yeah.
I got another truck at home.
This thing is sweet. So is this pretty minimum rust for a Michigan truck?
Yeah, you don't see them in Michigan unless they come from somewhere else. And I don't drive it in the winter normally, so.
That's what the S-10 will look like in a summer or two.
I've been wanting to redo that rocker for 2 years now, and everything else gets in the way.
Well, you can fix it like Mortski Repair and just put some spray foam in it.
I've done that. Not to this truck.
HVAC tape over it and paint it over.
That aluminum stuff works well, you know, like for dryer ducts.
We were looking around at the shop, didn't realize you get to see your truck for the first time. So no, you're looking at the good looking side. The driver's side's not as mint as this side. The paint just ain't playing nice over there. Of course, I think it's been repainted or blended at some point, but she still cleans up good. But when it gets out in the sun, it's got some foggy spots that just will not stay away. He buffs it and buffs it and buffs it, and some areas just don't come back.
Friend's wife said, it's a Durango. We had a Durango. Like, no. You had a Dodge Durango. This is the Durango.
Yeah, a little different. This one will still be running and driving in 2 decades. Yeah, I don't know. They don't really make a S-10 bumper that I just love. On the mini trucks, I think the roll fans look good.
Yeah.
I do wish we had a better tailgate for it. That one's a little rough. I'm usually not a big fan of long beds lowered, but this one looks pretty good. Every time I get out somewhere driving it, I kind of look back. I'm like, nah, that one, it kind of pulls off the long bed look.
It does.
And I mean, I don't know, those 37s were quite a bit of weight in the back. It was enough that it needed the C notch. So thankfully that notch is on there. You can load quite a bit in the back if you just for running around, and I would go try to haul hay with it. We all got it signed for you the other day too. He wanted to know if we could all sign it, so Dad he signed it there as Pops. We got the Wild Bill, we got the Slick 50, and the pudding on top. And then if you ever get it sun-baked off there, just pull it off and mail it to us. We'll sign it again and mail it back to you. So y'all know I've been fighting not really fighting, but the S-10 carburetor on this thing's kind of been a pain. And the last, y'all seen on the second channel, I was showing you how the choke being adjusted was the big problem. It was causing that extra vacuum, and it was pulling fuel past the accelerator pump, and it was just flooding this thing out almost immediately. Since then, I've driven it a good handful of times using his truck, like he said, and it's fired up pretty good every time. I'm not saying the choke couldn't be maybe tightened the hair or loosened the hair, just quite fine-tuned, but she seems to do good, so let's see how she starts up. I purposely left it a cold start where he could really see what he was getting. No smoke and mirrors. We got to beat it with a hammer. He's gonna have to watch. She fires up pretty good, guys. Like I said, I'm not saying it's absolutely perfect. Maybe a twist here or there. I just ain't spent no time to try to do it. But at the rate of it firing up that good, why would I try to spend any time making any better than that? That starts pretty dang good. We'll maybe try to not die here. Give her a couple revs, blow her out there. I need to wash this thing for him, get the mud off the tires. Hate to send them with a muddied up truck on the trailer, especially with that show rig he brought. You know, we ought to send him out of town with another show rig. All right, we just got the truck backed out here. I'm gonna take her for one last drive. Wow.
Fit in here?
Yeah, you may fit, I don't know. About like Pudding Pops getting in here.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna go to Taco Boy, get us some lunch. I'm gonna take her for one last drive just because I'm gonna miss this little truck. Well, we made her to the Taco Boy. Had to enjoy that last little cruise. Paul said he used to have an S-10, and it would bring back some memories riding in that one. What year was that truck you had?
I bought it brand new in 91.
91.
Had one option, delete power steering. It was the only thing, it didn't have a radio, nothing.
Pretty bare bones truck.
Absolutely, yeah, it was all I could afford. Couldn't get financing on used stuff back then.
Yeah.
When I could get the GM financing on a brand new truck, so we drove the wheels off it.
Was it a 4-cylinder truck or a
Yeah,
V6?
2.5 with a 5-speed, yeah.
Little Iron Duke truck.
Yeah.
Pretty much manual everything. That was bare bones.
Yeah, it didn't have any speaker boxes in it or nothing. I had to build all that. Yeah.
Interior in it is probably a little different than that one then. It's a little different on the dash and everything. What color was it?
Red.
Red?
Yeah.
That's like my least favorite color on them trucks. Even a darker blue I'm usually not a huge fan of, but I think it looks great on that truck.
Yeah. I didn't have a choice. It was the only one they had.
Yeah. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
We're looking for some good food. Uh-oh. We're getting we're getting Paul on the map here. Up, way up there. What you got there, Bill? The new salsa?
Hot stuff.
Woo!
The flamethrower.
We got Paul fixed up pretty good here. He went with the burrito. But Taco Boy, they brought us out all kinds of good stuff here. Got us eating like kings.
Yep.
Gonna be worthless after this. Well, we made it back to the compound. I let Paul, he drove us out. I forgot to record because I'm a bad YouTuber. I think we're gonna go ahead and get him loaded up here. I got him fixed up with some merchandise I gave him one of our shirts that's unreleased yet, so I can't show y'all what it is, but it's a cool shirt. Made sure to get him a good shirt, and then just all the stickers. Taco Boy hooked him up with some stickers, and we got him all of our stickers where hopefully he can sticker attack something. Maybe we'll patch his rocker for him real quick, and we can sticker bomb it to patch it up. Oh, got tail light out. Hey, that's pretty good right there. How much weight you planning on putting on this thing, huh? I forgot to record us driving back. How'd she drive?
Nice, very nice. You can't really tell it's been lowered.
What you got rigged up in here?
The winch underneath the bed.
Oh, you got a winch under the bed?
Yeah.
Huh. I've never seen a winch hit up underneath the toolbox. That's a new one for me. He's got her where she lights up. Got plenty of lights. Plenty of stands all the way around. You can tell he's got her set up to do some work. Ramps hold in with a nice little T-handle there, huh? curious to see if we're gonna make it up this or not.
I pulled down here. So.
We may have to do some jacking. We'll see. The thing about these S-10s, guys, is the frame actually hangs out from underneath the bottom of the body quite a bit. So don't look that low, but then you account for the frame hanging, and it sits a little lower than you think. Oh, the tire almost looks a little low. When you were actually pulled forward some, there was a point where the booty of the trailer dropped more when you were up on the hill somehow, which that don't make sense to me, but there's a point where it did look like it was sitting lower. If it gets caught up, you can just get the full experience and ram the rear with the Torola. I don't think he wants to tear up his roll pan. He said he really likes the roll pan and stuff on the back. It dropped it a little bit, not a lot of bit, but it did drop it some. She's dragging a little something.
The frame rails hit the eyes on the hooks right there.
Yeah, you may have to jack her up at the house just a little bit. She fits good though. I'm a sucker for stuff on trailers too. I think that's a good looking truck, and I think that's a good looking truck, so I think that's a real good looking combo. That right there's what dreams are made of. Did you see on that live where someone asked, like, if money wasn't an option, what car would we be working on? I'm like guys, we're doing it right now. Like,
I don't want anything new.
yeah, well, I mean, what new car do you want me to say? Because I can't think of one I want personally. We could have $1 billion budget. We're still going to be working on all the S-10s. She tripping on me? No warranty. Where is as is. Yeah, that's Paul's problem now. I noticed there was a drip on the bottom side of her rear end. Of course, I put a gasket on that. But she looks like, as we've been driving it, she's decided to leak a little bit. All right, we're gonna get strapped in. He's fancy. Brought new straps for the ride. Make sure she stays good all the way up. Nice straps too. I like the hook on them. Look, this bottom side's got a chain to it. That's pretty nice. I need to buy me some of these and then get some short ones, because I always got the freaking super long ones. Yeah, I don't know about fitting the hook in there. That'd be smarter than the strap. It's a cool hook. I can't figure out where to put it. Yeah, we did it. I think fed that in through the A-arm. And it's got the eyelet on it, so we looped it back through the strap. Just throw our hook over there out the way on the sway bar. Oh, I went through the loop on the strap. What'd you loop back through? Did you find a loop I didn't know about? Hey, strap to strap, sir. It's gonna make it either way.
Balls off.
Oh, you fed through and then kept your hook there. I just looped the strap back through the eyelet. We did the same thing, just differently. It's still looped around there.
Basically the same, just different.
Alright guys, pull our license plate before we forget. I need to go in the house and get a title for this man. Truck sounds good. See ya, man. Well, there she goes, folks. Paul just got to meet Puddin' Pops. Dad showed up. Being a holiday, he's off work today. But I gotta say, I do think that truck is headed to the right home for it. He kind of told me the last couple of years for him's been rough. Just things happening and whatnot. And anyhow, that the videos have helped get him motivated to get out there and work on some of his projects. So he said it's been good for that. But now having that, he just said he ain't never really had anything good. He, you know, throughout life, he ain't never had a winning moment like that. And he's super excited to cruise the truck. Michigan summer's up there. He said he knows some great areas. He can't wait to just take it and cruise along, have a nice little truck to be able to enjoy. And he has a couple of Toyota mini trucks, four-wheel drive projects. That's kind of his all-year driver he's working on. But he does appreciate a good mini truck is what I'm getting at. And He was a super nice guy, super respectful. Just, I really think that's an answered prayer. I prayed for it to find a good home and go to a deserving home and someone who'd really appreciate it and enjoy it. And I believe 100% that's where it's headed right now as he heads towards Michigan with the old S-10. Hey, I'd rather it be in Michigan being driven than being sitting in a junkyard down here in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I think she's gonna have a good life up there. Thank goodness that I found my keys I've been looking for. I kind of remember the last time I could remember having them, and well, I found them in the boot scoot and uke, and I'd tucked them away in there. So I've been looking for like 6-7 days now, and I finally found them. Well, that's a scary feeling when you lose your keys. I don't know, just like it takes it out of you. So earlier my dad showed up right as Paul went to leave, and we actually got to spend a couple hours just hanging out with my dad, which don't happen very often, but being a holiday today, they were able to come by, tell Hot Rod happy birthday. Her birthday was actually yesterday, and then Hank's birthday is tomorrow, 2 days apart on the dates. But we can conclude this with showing y'all some of the shop progress, or add-on progress. They came the other day and they framed up our awning for our approach. Now with this, Hank's little car can fit in the garage with Mama's. Now obviously we have vehicles all over there, and I'm just trying to create as much coverage as I can for like when we have hailstorms and stuff. Middle daughter is turning 16 next month, so we'll have another vehicle for her before too long. And having an awning here, at least people can always pull up and park underneath here. You know, don't be parking in Dad's parking garage, all right? That's for our high-end old junky cars. Don't be trying to pull your newer car over that way. Ain't that right, baby? Gotta take care of Dad's stuff. Heck with sister's cars. So this was part of our kind of plan with the shop add-on, and we finally have him back out. They got her framed up. He kind of made his own beams here out of the red iron C-channel. So that's actually 3 pieces of C-channel with the 2 outside pieces facing out, and kind of makes it look like one big beam. And a lot of people who have come over, they go, well, even like Paul today, he showed up, he's like, I didn't think I was at the right spot, because I know that's the color of your shop and everything, but everyone's used to seeing that side where we record, and this being across the front to hide everything, it does its job. It makes it where people can't tell I'm back there doing what I do, which I like. So this being our front, we want this to be nice. This is also our curb appeal. This keeps, if we want to sell this place 10 years down the road, this hiding the complex back there, it'll keep a good, you know, front for resale and all that, which is not the plan right now, but I like to think of all kinds of possibilities. What are you doing there, girly?
Got my weapon.
Got your weapon? For what? I didn't make you mad, did I? So what I'm getting at is across here, I'm trying to keep it very nice looking. So they got done framing it the other day, and of course where they welded all that C-channel together on the red iron, you got your welds ever so often on both sides, and it burns the metal, and it just, the work looked good, but being red iron and weld everywhere was not the most appealing. So the original painters who painted the shop for me, they said they were available last weekend, so they come out and they just knocked it out real quick. Didn't charge me a whole lot, so solid investment there. While they were here, I'd mentioned the door that I'd like to paint it black, so they went ahead and taped it all off and got it painted black for us too, which I think made it look really nice. And now this is ready to be sheeted with some metal, and of course the bottom of the metal will be white. So once that white metal, you can see the bottom side, it should look really nice underneath there. And then of course we're going black with black trim to match the rest of the building. That's going to look nice too as you drive up and approach. We don't have our awning quite done over here just because we didn't want to hang it off yet, because we want to sheet metal it, and they didn't have the sheet metal ready yet. Come in here, it's a little bit warmer. Get them lights on. So here's the framing they did for our awning, and this side will end up welding to what they have up there. And then I bought some Heim join kits with drop-in bungs a while back and some tabs. and we just decided we're gonna weld that side to the building, and then to support it, after it's all sheet metal, you're gonna use sheet metal screws, and those brackets there will screw to these. Up on the building side, one of the ones that go, runners that go across, the other side's gonna screw to, and our struts there, they're gonna get painted black, and that's gonna hang down and support it. And should look pretty cool up there. You cold?
Yeah.
Go the other side, we can turn the heat on. Just playing, we ain't gonna heat it now. Inside here, I don't think I showed, but maybe I did. The lighting, I have to remember. They've been working on it. I don't think y'all seen it lit up in here. So we got her lit up pretty good. 6 lights on this side. This is gonna be our merchandise side, so we wanna make sure, you know, there's no struggle of light over here. This side, we did 4 lights, which is still pretty darn bright, not as bright, but this is gonna be the side where we're pretty much just parking and storing on, so we're not quite as worried about the lighting over here. They did run my Cat 6 for the booster and the Wi-Fi over through the building. And y'all can see we got some PEX hanging there. I actually need to punch a hole in 90 to go that away. That way we can get us a sink over on that side for washing hands. We're gonna go ahead and feed some water. So that PEX is running along the top. We need to add that on because we're gonna go all the way over by the refrigerator with the sink. And then in here, we got a spigot added going to the outside wall so we can have water here close. Got a ball valve there, that's our main cutoff. Of course, those two is gonna feed to our sinks, and there'll be a vanity there, so that'll be all of our head plumbing. We'll have a stubby for the toilet. That's where you go boom boom. No more running to use the half bath, huh? Dad's gonna have one over here. And then we're feeding our water up. Our utility closet's gonna be above us. And of course, we're dropping our water down over here for our control valve for a shower. Yeah, we're gonna have the full hotel, girly.
Literally.
Dad's gonna be able to poop over here, shower over here.
And Mom could be doing her makeup over here.
Mom can do her makeup if she wants. You gonna go up here? She gets a little nervous sometimes on the stairs. She ain't a big fan of the heights. You're good, girl. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but up over here, we're gonna run up, and then we'll probably set the hot water heater on some little riser with a drain underneath it. Got a couple drains set up so we can feed the hot water heater drain and the furnace drain to it. Huh?
There's a moth going crazy.
You gonna catch the moth?
That
Try one more time. You can get it.
thing is going crazy. Okay, dude. Oh my gosh. I caught him. He's going crazy in there. Come on, be afraid. Be afraid.
He's all right. He'll sit there and fly around. All right, here's the best view in the house, girl. So that'll be our little utility closet up there. Good place to hide the hot water heater. So my buddy Wes came and knocked all this out. Thank you, sir. He left earlier and gave me a rundown on what just the material cost was, and wouldn't give me a cost on what I even owe him for doing the work or helping. So we'll get that all sorted. But I'm very excited, guys, to have a bathroom close to the shop. I know it's TMI, but man, when you've got to go, not having the house ain't that far until you got to go boom boom, and then you realize how far of a track it is across there when you're in bad shape. So we need to shoot through that wall over there to run that PEX that away, and I need to get my buddy here for the heat and air. Because we're trying to figure out where we want to set our condenser. Of course, he wants to set it off that end because it's close, but I don't want it hanging out there where we could hit it. And that's the main area we'll be driving through all the time, and you know, accidents just happen. So I don't know what that means. If we could run the stuff along somehow, but then there's a roll-up door over there, it gets a little tricky. Yeah, so we got to figure out running some of the stuff for the HVAC. And other than that, we need one thing added for a ceiling fan in here that didn't get added on the electrical. They're supposed to come this week to add that. And we'll be ready for some spray foam. course, once spray foam finally happens, then the framers can come back up, finish putting up OSB, and then we could look at getting some paint, and then we can look at everyone finishing out their stuff. And in here, we'll be looking at finding someone to do some sheetrock or whatever. Then we gotta figure out some flooring in here too. Yeah, we still got some stuff to figure out. Projects are never ending around here, huh? Always something going on. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I know this wasn't the greatest of videos as far as me planning out, trying to get a lot done, but I wanted to plan the day around not having a plan, so when Paul got here, we could spend some time together and not be having to worry or rush. Hopefully Paul has a safe trip back. Like I said, I think that truck's going to a good home up there in Michigan. Very happy with it going to him. So congratulations again, Paul. And I hope you had fun the little bit you got to hang out with me, Slick, Bill, Dad, everyone. Thank you guys for watching and the support. We appreciate it. Keeps us motivated and hungry. And yeah, I reckon that's it for this go around. So I'm on the Instagrammer, I'm on the Patreon, good quality merchandise at the puddensfabshop.com. And what else, girly?
Sitting on your butt won't finish your project.
Dang, I wasn't even expecting that from her, but she was ready for it. You heard the lady, sitting on your butt won't finish your project. We'll see y'all next time. Hot damn, there's so much BSery, we had to start a whole channel for all the extras. Be sure to go check out Puddin's Fab Shop if you ain't seen that baby yet. Come on!